everyone, my name is Douglas Petty, and we're going to be doing a portfolio art tour. My drawings that I've been doing for like the last 2 years, and so I'll be talking about each piece, about like what I was thinking about when I drew it. So let's get into it. So this first one is inspiration by X23, and so a lot of these are not finished because I get to a point where I don't want to rush doing it. I want it to be, not saying just right or perfect, but there might be like some things I might like on something else that I see later, and then I incorporate like different styles I see of my favorite artists and combine it with my style. So, and I love how I'm starting to like practice more women drawings, because I was really horrible. I never really drew a lot of women in the past, and my family was saying how like their faces were really mannish. So then I need to learn how to practice more. Same thing, and this is on tone paper, more female body practice. So I love the tone paper. This is definitely one of my favorite things to do. This is a little, just a baby alligator rested on wood log. Now this one was inspired by some people on a group I'm on Facebook. They really love The Batman Who Laughs, and so this is just inked right now and stuff with Sharpies and Micron pens. But I love the mouth on this thing. Is really sick looking, and that's one thing I normally don't do a lot. Is I really don't do open mouths, which I should do more. So I really like how that one came out. This one was inspired by Deadpool 2, of course, Domino. I love how this hair came out. I actually watched a video on how to do different hairstyles. The DeLorean, this one was inspired by the movie Ready Player One. Let's see if I can turn this around. Like I said again, a lot of these are unfinished. So I'm just going through and then finding out what pieces I like from different artists, what inspires me. More female practice. Normally, I don't do dynamic poses or relaxed poses. I just do the generic, just standing up superhero pose. But I know I need to learn how to do more poses, so this one really came out really good. Mermaids, I got a few mermaids I'm doing and stuff, because I really like mermaids. So this one, I'm going to change this. I might take this off. I'm not sure about this piece right here. So tone paper. I love how the Jelly Roll pen on the bottom of the tail, that came out really, really cool. Not really too thrilled on her face. This is like a assassin, Yakuza mermaid. It's got the cool little fish and stuff, and her sword. She's got that geisha mask skull face going on. I really like that. In the end, this isn't the first horse drawing I've ever done. So, my buddy's portrait of his dog, one of my coworkers. Koi fish, I like drawing koi fish. Geisha girl. Spider-Gwen with some really cool mechanical arms. Color iron, Spider-Gwen. Again, I don't normally draw hands really good, but this one, the fingers came out really cool. I'm starting to like get honed down on my style of fingers. Another cool pose I referenced. Actually, my girlfriend actually drew the mouth, just a doodle, and actually I like the funniness of it, so I kept it on there for right now, for the time being. It makes me laugh so much. I love cars. 55, inspired by Jeff Lutz, Street Outlaws. This is done with my Copic markers. I love Copics. Of course, the Bandit, Burt Reynolds, one of my sister's all-time favorite cars, Trans Am. More female poses, practicing. The bat and the cat, that's what I call that one. Love how she's looking up at him. Another interesting pose when I started practicing more with women poses. This one I really like, just the sexiness of it. Another cool pose. Don't know where I'm going with this yet. I drew this actually years ago, and I still, like I say, it's just one of those ones where I leave it for a while and then I come back to it because I might finally have an idea of who I want it to be. Another female pose. Really starting to learn how the curves of females are. One more female pose. Normally I don't ever do a pose like this. Like I said, it's always frontal, just generic superhero. This one was done in 13. Just straight up just pencil. Learning how to do more dynamic poses, action poses. I really like how his abs came out under this thing, it almost looked like big long teeth, and then it's got underneath the armor. Same thing again, more dynamic poses, practice. I referenced this pose, but I like how I did the sword. This one's inspired by my girlfriend has a barber shop, so I want to kind of like a samurai sword blade on the barbershop razor. And like I said, I still gotta finish my idea in here. I love doing lettering. 300, the Spartans, Leonidas. Say I'm getting really good at more defined abs and bodies, poses. Another reference pose. This I really like this one, and I got one of those Batman blank cover comic books. I'm probably gonna do something similar. This on the Batman one. Practicing shading. Not too crazy about the face, but this one was actually done when I first got into the tone paper and a good set of Prisma colored pencils. And I like how the colors just pop off of the tone paper. See here, I mean, it's just really cool. This one was inspired by my girlfriend. Right when we first started seeing each other as friends, we were at Goodwill, and she showed me what sells around the area, very nautical stuff. Because I had comic book stuff in her shop, and she was telling me people around here don't buy comic book stuff. They're more into nautical, because we have a lot of boat yards around. So, and the tree branch was actually painted with paint, and all him is colored pencil. This one was really cool. Another cool sketch. Another thing I started doing was putting tattoos on all my characters. I don't know. I really like tattoos. This one I digitally painted. This one I really liked how that one came out, but I gotta fix where you can see where the eye is coming out over the hair. So like I said again, a lot of these I still gotta finish up little things. This one, I was showing my girlfriend how the markers work when I first got them. I gotta just fill in this little spot here. Every time I look at this picture, I'm like, okay, that looks kind of weird, so. But I like how the wings came out. I like how she came out. I like how her hair came out. Nightmare Before Christmas. Like I said, it's one of my favorite movies. And like I said, I like doing these little bat styles. Really just simple, and like how he's hugging around her and she's, they're just so in love. This one was a personal one. Unfortunately, I was going through a rough time at that time and had something happen, life-changing, and this inspired me to do this. Like I said, it's a personal piece for me. Trash polka art. This was inspired by one of the episodes on Ink Master. Same thing again, Trash Polka. That was when I was going through my little Trash Polka phase. This one actually was set on a specific time for a personal reason. That's why I put Never Die on there. This was a time when something really bad had happened. The Joker. I really like this cool, like, gangster style he's got going on. Like I don't know what you want to call it, like a boss style. So, again, I digitally painted this one. Oh, this is like, I think by far like one of my worst. I don't like this right here. I don't even know why I even did all of that line work and all that time into it. But this is definitely like one of the worst ones I've done. I just do not like this drawing at all. But you learn from your mistakes. The Flash, this was another reference, but all these are reference poses. I haven't gotten to that point where I can like say like, okay, like I know body structure and the proportions right, where I can just do it myself and create my own pose. Flash pose, it's really cool. I'm going to digitally paint a lot of these because I started these last 2 weeks digitally painting. This was inspired by when Batman and the Catwoman got married. Cool wedding dress. Cool design I came up with. This was from a picture I found off of Pinterest of an RC car. And like I said again, I love cars. So that's really cool. Yeah, get through the chopper. One of my favorite artists is Patrick Brown. He does these amazing mouth visuals and all his characters, and I was so inspired by that. It's just the grittiness, just the storytelling he does in these people's mouths. And so I wanted to do my own take on this character, and it just really came out. I really liked how this came out. Yeah. So again, tone paper. When I started using tone paper, just practicing around, like I said, again, you'll see a lot of tattoos on my characters. But I do not like that pouty face. All that face just kills me. Alright. This one was just inspired by Oriental inspiration. So again, I'm really liking how this one's coming out. The mask. This is my take on Ariel. So I still, like I said, again, this is when I first got tone paper. Just using the white Prisma pencils for the highlights, shapes. This one was from a gentleman that works across the street from me at Ford Mullinax. Me and my girlfriend had to go oil change her car, and we were stuck there for 3 hours, so I had got a hold of a regular pencil and sketched something. And lo and behold, like I had like 4 people like wanting to know who drew the car, and it was just just a quick little doodle. And one of the guys there was like, hey, I love cars and this is what I do. And so he actually sent me a picture of his car. So I just got a little couple more things to finish on, and I'm going to surprise him with his Mustang drawing. So hopefully y'all like this video, and I will make another video because I got about 5 or 6 more portfolios of drawings, and I would love to share with you guys about what I was going through, what I was thinking about at that time. If y'all have any questions, just let me know. Thank you.